Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming back by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama. Today's episode, I'm going to be doing the review of this Christian McBride, an inside straight kind of brown, released originally in 2009. This is a gatefold, 210 gram vinyl, 2 LP set, with liner notes by the great Orrin Keepnews, who is the founder of Riverside Records. And this is Christian McBride's first album with Mac Ave. So I'll be giving you a little bit of background here on the album, but I'm going to open it up, drop the needle on it. We'll listen to it together as we always do. And that way you can get my reaction. And I hope that these videos can help you determine whether or not this record might be one that you want to add to your collection. So let me go ahead and open it up. For those of you not familiar with Christian McBride, one of my favorite modern bass players. The guy is very talented, but also he really comes across as being just a down-to-earth type of guy. He was born in 1972, and I've watched a lot of different interviews with him, and he just comes across as a guy with a good sense of humor, that is a very good musician, but doesn't take himself too seriously, and is into more than just jazz, which kind of goes into a little bit of the history of this actual album. Being that, Christian McBride is a big fan of funk. He's a big James Brown fan. James Brown is one of his biggest influences. So although he is a great jazz musician, he also delves off into some other modern types of music. And he's recorded more than 300 records as a sideman and 20 releases as a leader, the first of which was released in 1994. So I'm going to give you a little bit more information on this, about the musicians on here. And here you see the liner notes here in the gatefold. So pretty nice, average. I guess it's an average jacket, I'd say, McBride, I think, went to Juilliard for a little while, but says he really learned from playing with the great players early in his career. He played with Freddy Hover, Joe Henderson, Wallace Roney, Roy Hargrove, Benny Green, Houston Person, Mulgrew Miller, Betty Carter, and a lot of other people, and that's really where he says he got his education from. This does come in an anti-static sleeve. Hooray, hooray. I do like that. This is, again, 210 gram vinyl. So the inspiration for this album came from his desire to play again at the Village Vanguard. And up until this point, he had been making kind of more modern sounding records. And I think from one of his interviews, he says that when he, wanted to play at the Village Vanguard, they said, hey, well, you need to be playing some real jazz if you're going to play at the Vanguard. So he put together a group of his friends, kind of just a straight ahead acoustic jazz group. So he said he already had the chemistry there because all of his friends, they're kind of all got along well already and kind of knew each other and kind of how they played for the most part. And so it sounded like it was a fairly easy record to make, but they ended up playing at the Vanguard first, and then Mac Ave liked what they heard. Their band was a pretty big hit there at the Vanguard, and they wanted to actually record these guys. And so that's how Mac Ave comes into the picture to record this band. So that's kind of how where this comes from. And then you would have a couple of other albums. I think this lineup would do another studio album, and then would do a Live at the Vanguard album as well. So I'm going to put this on, and we'll talk a little bit about who's playing on this and the track listing. And let's have a listen to how this sounds. Now, I've been listening to a lot of, this says side one, okay. I've been listening to a lot of course, the reissues that come from analog master tapes. And whenever I get these modern records, oftentimes they don't have that depth and that resonance that you'll often get off an analog tape, in my opinion. So we're gonna see how this sounds here in particular. All right, so we got side one here, Brother Mister. We'll talk about the tracks, and let's see how this sounds here. 33 RPM record. Got Christian McBride on bass, Steve Wilson on alto and soprano saxophone, Warren Wolf on vibes, Eric Reed on piano, Carl Allen on drums. Produced by Christian McBride and recorded at Fantasy Studios. Most of the tunes on here are 6-minute plus songs. This is the shortest song on the album, the first one. It's just under 5 minutes. And the last song is a little over 4 minutes. Every other tune on here is 6 minutes plus, or 5.5 minutes. So there's room for these guys to stretch out on a majority of these tunes. Track listing and times there. So far, pretty good sound. Pressing seems to be flat. Drums sound really good. You can really hear very clear. Sax sounds nice. It's a pretty good mix. Does say it's a limited edition. I don't know how many they made of them. Mastering by Mark Wilder. Oh, vibes sound really nice and warm. Feels like you're sitting there in front of the instruments. Bass sounds really good. Seven of the 10 tracks are written by Christian McBride. You've got a tune written by Freddy Hover on here as well. Which will be the next song coming up. going to go ahead and clean up the second record because I want to play a song off the second record as well. Appreciate you guys hanging out. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Any thumbs up are appreciated. So that's the second shortest tune on the album. I think it's probably one of the simplest tunes on the album. And this song here is almost 8 minutes long coming up here. Freddy Hover tune. So this is broken up. You got side 1 and side 3 on the first record, and you've got side 2 and side 4 on the second record. So it's pressed that way. Pretty thick vinyl. Again, they're 210 gram. About average thickness, nothing, you know, not an acoustic sound. A pretty good sounding record so far. Now, again, I don't think it has quite like the depth of what you hear on some of those other ones that come from analog tapes, just my opinion. It's very clean. It sounds very good. It does have a warm sound. It's nothing harsh about it. The bass sounds very good. Everything sounds good. It just may not have quite that depth and resonance that you hear on some of those other recordings, but it does sound very good. The bass playing. Drums. Wow, the vibes really just. It's like the notes are floating out right, you know, in the air. It kind of sounds three-dimensional there with the vibes for sure. Sound really nice and clean. Yeah. This is called Theme for Kareem, Freddy Hover tune. It sounds good for sure. The playing on it is absolutely phenomenal. I've been listening to it streaming in my car I really dig it. Dig it. Yeah, so far a pretty clean record too. No noise to really speak of. Really balanced mix. You can hear everything. Eric Reed on piano. Yeah, I definitely recommend this. If you're into more kind of modern jazz, but this is pretty much straight ahead stuff, so swing's really nice. The playing's fantastic. It does sound really good. Yeah. Guys hanging out with me. I'm going to play a song off the other record, side 2. Again, side 1 and side 3 are on the first record. Side 2 and side 4 are on the second record. Yeah. Awesome. So that was side 1 right there all the way through. Pretty cool. Very good sounding record. Again, you know, well mixed. It is a warm sounding record. It might just lack a little bit of the depth that you'll hear on maybe some of those, you know, analog recordings. But it sounds very good. I would not shy away from it. It sounds very good. So I'm going to drop on side 2 here. Rainbow Wheel. To close out the video. Thanks for joining me again, and I hope you know, this might be something you want to pick up if you want to support some of the modern artists here like Christian McBride, and this is definitely sounds good so far. This one's called Rainbow Wheel, 6.5 minute tune. First record was dead flat. This one has a very, very tiny bit of a warp to it, but nothing that's affecting the playing or anything. It's just very slight. Yeah. 6.5 minute tune here by Christian McBride. definitely going to be picking up some more Christian McBride records, so I'll be reviewing all those when they come in as I get money to buy them. I've got several on CD, but I do want to pick some of them up on record. All right, thumbs up on this, man. I like it. All right, folks, thanks for joining me. I will see you on the next video, and happy listening to all you out there.